Hi, I'm the Red Lady and welcome to episode 6 of Shamanic Witchcraft 101. Today I'm talking about how the shaman views energy, and this really is a key topic. Everything is energy. This is a well-known fact today. For hundreds or even thousands of years, shamans and medicine people and spirit workers all over the world knew this long before Albert Einstein. The ancients knew this. All physical matter and anything non-physical that we can't see besides solids or liquids, like gases, is energy, and that also applies to spirit. Spirits are pure energy. People are pure energy. The only difference is people are made up of a denser physical energy that vibrates on a lower frequency. So the energy of spirits vibrates at a higher frequency. So when a shamanic practitioner is working, for example, on the body during an energy healing session, for example, they are dealing with and manipulating energy around the body that can't be seen with a naked eye. And the reason they are able to do this is because they have been trained either by other shamans or practitioners, or in some cases have been trained by the spirits themselves how to do this. In either case, that shamanic practitioner will have developed their psychic senses first and foremost in order to be able to do this. And developing the psychic senses is going to be the first port of call, and I'm going to be talking about this in my next video as well. So how they do this will be unique to each practitioner. Some may clairvoyantly see the energy, some may feel it, and others and some may even have a spirit guide that works with them during these healing sessions and speaks to them and tells them how to proceed and what may need to be done. And so the shaman views everything as energy, both the physical world we live in and the spirit world. So the physical universe and the multiple dimensions that exist in tandem with our physical world as well. So the shaman knows that everything is connected, because if everything is energy, then it's all connected. Nothing is separate. The physical world that we live in only gives the illusion of being separate. And that is the challenge of living on this planet and in this human body and in this physical world. We perceive everything to be separate from ourselves, but it is not. It is an illusion. So oxygen, is a great example here. I mean, you can't see it, smell it, taste it or hear it, but it is what enables us to breathe, so we know it exists. Magnetic energy is another example. You can't see it, but everyone knows it exists because you can take a simple fridge magnet and stick it to your fridge, and it's the magnetic force that holds it there. You can't see it, but you know it's there, and if you hold the magnet close to the fridge, you can feel the pull of that force. So where science breaks things down into categories of living matter, humans, animals and plants, and non-living matter, rocks, and tables and buildings, for example, the shamanic practitioner and also any kind of magical practitioner will view all matter as living energy, and each individual object, whether it be a rock or a tin can, will be viewed as living energy and as having a spirit of its own. So if it exists and it is energy and it has a spirit, and the spirit of a tin can is going to differ a great deal from the spirit of a human being. But it is still there because they are both made up of energy. And energy can speak to us. Many people liken the universal energy to a spider's web, and spirits and other non-physical beings can send messages to us in the physical world through this web. So most human beings will disregard non-physical energy purely because it is not in solid form and they can't see it or touch it. Non-physical energy from a shamanic perspective is just as important, if not even more important than physical energy alone, and is also viewed as living energy. So when you begin to develop your psychic senses, you will also begin to really understand that non-physical energy can affect a person, place, or object just as much as physical energy and can have just as much impact. Non-physical energy can be seen via clairvoyance, felt via clairsentience, and heard via clairaudience and other senses besides those. But they are the main psychic senses that practitioners generally work with. So without the development of these psychic senses, you are completely blind to non-physical energy. Different types of energy vibrate at different frequencies, and the frequency a particular energy vibrates at will determine whether the average human being is able to detect it or not. The higher the vibrational frequency, the less likely you are to detect the energy. So shamanic practitioners will be trained to detect these varying frequencies, as I said, whether trained by another shaman or trained by the spirits themselves. So they can detect these frequencies and they can also interact with them and work with them. A shaman might be trained to read the subtle energies that surround a human being and work in a healing capacity, or they may specialise in other areas, such as reading the energy of buildings or geographical locations or the energy of any object. And there are lots of other activities that magical practitioners use their psychic senses for, so whether for positive or negative impact. So a shaman, depending on what they specialise in, and no two are the same, can easily wield perhaps an impactful curse that severely hinders, just as they are able to heal, protect, or help someone with their problems. All energy is connected, whether it's material energy that we can see or non-material energy that we can't see, and this energy emanates from a single source. So some people refer to this energy as God or the universal consciousness or the collective consciousness, and we as human beings all derive from this energy, and so we are all connected. And when we view the world purely with our physical senses, as many human beings do, our physical senses alone, we are only seeing a fraction of that picture. So the physical appearance of any object or person bears only a fraction of its entire energetic makeup. So learning to differentiate between the different types of non-material energy is a key skill for any shamanic or magical practitioner. Positive energy and negative energy are, perhaps two main categories here, and it's easy to understand that one will feel light, joyful and pleasant, and the other will feel heavy, depressive and unpleasant, and may even make you feel fearful. So if you develop your psychic senses, then the impressions that you receive from a particular non-material energy source will be more clear, and you will gain a much better indication of what you are dealing with. So working with the psychic senses to a greater or lesser degree will enable you to gain greater insight into any invisible energetic force, spirit or entity. In the next episode, I will be focusing on developing clairvoyance, and I'll talk a little bit about how you can start developing this particular psychic sense. And I'll also talk about some of my own experiences of developing clairvoyance. So I hope this video has given you some understanding of how a shaman views energy and how important the psychic senses are to a practitioner. So please do like this video and share and subscribe. and do check out my other playlists. I am working on a number of different series besides this Shamanic Witchcraft 101. So you're welcome to check out Hecate's Garden or The Red Lady Travels. There's plenty more, and I will see you soon.